What up, guys? Masked Ninja here, coming at you live and loud. It's great to be back. Honestly, this is the first video of 2026. So, with that said, welcome, y'all. Hey, you know, it's funny. I wasn't originally planning to buy the reignition line, because I'm still bummed out about the cancellation of the Lightning collection. But you know what? I was walking through Walmart and I found all of these. And honestly, I was like, you know what? Screw it. Alright, guys, welcome back. So, with that said, where do I begin with these guys? Honestly, they all were sold separate. That's a pain in the ass. But honestly, these things are freaking huge.
That's a huge bitch.
Like, really? They're huge. This is ridiculous. But I digress. Let's go ahead and crack open these bad boys and actually look at them, okay? I don't know what to begin with these guys, because honestly, these guys are huge. I mean, the packaging alone, each packaging looks fantastic. I'll go in detail on packaging while we go down the list. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and clear this up. Alrighty, the Saber-Tooth tiger. Honestly, this guy, the packaging, nice, solid. Box, plastic frame, collector to combine to make the Megazord. Does the shoulders not come up on this model? Or this is bad imagery? What do you guys think? Missile firing action. 5118s. Basic Power Ranger story. QR code. Picture of the team. Helmet size. Missile firing action. Top of the box. Bottom of the box. What comes in this line? Collect all Rangers and villains. Role play items, Morphin and the gun. Honestly, I will not buy the Morphin. I think it's cheap. It's good for kids, honestly, but for a collector, nah. I don't want to buy that. The Saber-Tooth tiger out of the box. Honestly, it's not a bad looking Saber-Tooth. Like I said, it's very heavy. It's actually really light. This is very light for how big it is. 100% plastic, no die cast. Disappointing, the wheels still do not roll. Come on, this big old thing, you guys couldn't put the wheels on to make it roll? Well, we do have some shoulder articulation. And this one comes with a brand new gimmick. It has a tail launcher. Actually has some decent power to that, actually. Not a bad little... Oh yeah, the spring's fantastic. But all around, posability, none. Back legs are basically steady. I don't care for the, honestly, for the leg, not bad. Connection point looks like it has a nice little right here. But for a leg, not bad. It's a leg. Very little articulations. Slides like a catbot should slide. Transformation takes less than 2 seconds. But to really give you a comparison how big this guy is, size comparison time. Next to a Megazord. This is the 2010 model that was released by but yeah, literally twice as big as a regular Saber-Tooth tiger. And I put it in. This is going to be a big Megazord after it's all said and done.
It's going to be big! Big!
Is he serious?
Alright, on to Triceratops. Honestly, exact same packaging as the Saber-Tooth tiger. Come and collect, missile fire in action, exact same. Honestly, packaging is exactly the same. Except it's the Triceratops side this time. Pull that out. Oh. And it does come with instructions. Demonstrate tank mode. Demonstrate Megazord mode. So this piece will sit on the Megazord. And like this ain't my first rodeo dealing with the Megazord. But you know, it's always somebody's force. Alright. You know, for how big this damn thing is, this is something I don't like, honestly. This is literally... Manually. Focus. Focus on the butt. Okay, so basically
When are you gonna get rid of that stump? I've been asking you for months to get rid of that stump.
I'll do it, alright? Just get off my back! She's gone. We can finally be together.
But Tim, I'm rooted to the ground.
We'll find a way. We'll find a way.
I don't like that. I really don't like the missile system. Granted, it's cool, it's a fun feature. But honestly, without the missile, it feels like it's missing a solid piece. Honestly. But granted, if I could rework this thing, I would install a normal length. Yeah, let me show you something. Okay. Megazord. Okay. So you see how these two have this last little pivot rotation, but how big this guy is? Why couldn't they just put the cannons like boom boom right there? And you can just hit the button. Bing! Instead of making the whole blaster the cannon. What were they thinking? Really? Honestly, I want to know. What were they thinking? Because honestly, I'm happy with this. I want to be happy with this. I really enjoy the dang Megazord, okay? That old Megazord is literally one of my favorite Megazords. But this guy, I don't know. It just, to me, it feels hollow. Like this is heavier, but I know this was built for for collectors. While this is more for kids. I mean, size comparison alone. I mean, honestly, it's like day and night. If you look at the mold, I don't know if this is going to show up or not, but if you look at the mold right here, after my camera decides to focus in, it looks like what's blasting off looks like it could have been the blaster, you know, there's a little blaster right there. Honestly, what were they thinking? I know I'm complaining about a kid's toy, but still. But you know what? All around, it looks fun. Still, the tracks, they still haven't given us the tracks back yet. To actually almost just a quarter inch smaller. The deluxe one. Go figure. Oh well. But you know what? I digress. That's the other leg. And let's go ahead and move on to... So the Mastodon comes with the power sword. So no missiles. And honestly, for that makes no sense. I mean, honestly. Like, we could have had, like, if you want to do missiles, you should have done missiles with the helmet, the Mastodon. Well, but you get the sword and the Mega Power Shield. By default, that's part of the dang Mastodon, so does that really count as a gimmick? No. Like, honestly, is this such a giant gimmicky mess? Yes. Do I like this type of shit? Deep down, yes. But let's go ahead and open this guy up. Alright. Time for the big boy. Honestly, the Mastodon. Honestly, a beautiful paint job. Honestly, I do like the paint job on this side. That is paint. Stickles, stickles, stickles. Ugh, stickles. Stickles. Yep, very much stickled up. And that's something else I should have pointed out. Yep, these are all stickles, so luckily we don't have to apply them, but still disappointing. All around, a nice hefty Mastodon. I mean, honestly, this guy is very hefty.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Head pops off. Stiff joint. Very stiff joints in the arms. Nice. Very nice ratchet joints. Very solid, honestly. Very, very solid indeed. Something I find very impressive is the Mastodon the trunk is on a peg. Not peg, but on a kind of a loose thing. But you can actually pop this off and you can rotate the trunk around to give it that iconic battle shield trunk mode. I don't know if that was intended for that purpose, But you know what? If a trunk can pop off, why not? Yep, this is all the play that this hasn't. But the Power Sword itself, very rubbery, very cheap. This has got somewhat of a point. Fits in the Megazord's hand just fine, since we have this out like this. But honestly, all around, not a bad Mastodon though. Out of so far, I like this one. This is probably the best one out of it so far. No stupid missile gimmick, no nothing. But a very solid Ratchet joints. Very solid brick. But that pops off. Head pops off a little too easy. Quick size comparison. Back in the 2010 Megazord. Honestly, you can literally see how big this is compared to that. And that's just compared to size. You can already kind of have an idea how huge this Megazord is actually going to be, guys.
It's gonna be big! Big!
This thing is going to be huge. Fucking huge! On to the Pterodactyl. You know, a funny story about this one, actually. About the Pterodactyl Zord. Basically, I found the Tyrannosaurus, Saber-Tooth tiger, Mastodon, all of them at my local Walmart. Called the other one. I have two Walmarts in my town. Neither one of them had the dang Pterodactyl. I called Target, described, hey, I'm looking for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition Pterodactyl Combining Dinozord. Dude straight up says, we don't carry anything Power Rangers in the toy section. I'm like, oh, okay. But you know, I forgot, you know, I just swing by Target and just double check. And guess what? This is literally the only thing they had for Power Rangers. They had 5 of these, no other Zords. So it's like, well, damn. Some people just don't know how to look. So with that said, we'll go ahead and crack this bad boy open, shall we? Boop. Boop. And the Pterodactyl does come with 5 mini Ranger figures. And if you know kids, they'll be gone. They'll be missing in weeks, in less than 2 days. But yep, a nice, fantastic set of all 5 Rangers. Paint job on them looks fantastic for how little they are. Paint job looks great. Boop. Yeah. Zoom in. Yeah. So yep. Very tiny. And they even painted the back. So you know what? That's a plus. So, the Pterodactyl Zord. Honestly, this thing, minus the cannons, is fantastic. The nice looking breastplate. Head's got a nice little gunmetal gray to it instead of like the white color that has been coming with on the last couple models. All around, does not look that bad. Quite huge. Inside has a beautiful, some sticker work on the inside, showing some pink. All around, not a bad looking Pterodactyl, honestly. Very elegant, very beautiful. And the missile effects are in the blaster, so hey. You know something, before I forget, these mix and match, can we swap them around? And let's see here, survey says, yep, you can find more pink energy. So yeah. So you guess you can swap the blasters around. Nice. Still say the Triceratops has the best spring so far. Yep. I don't know. The spring on the Triceratops just hits a little different. It's going to be. I mean, honestly, just alone, these guys are huge. These guys are really huge.
It's gonna be big! Big!
Size comparison to a regular pterodactyl. It's like mama and baby. It's so huge. It's like the Megazord had its Wheaties. I might have to break out some big for a proper size comparison. I'm probably gonna have to break out something else than a Dino Megazord, because compared to the 2010 Dino Megazord, boom, clearly half the size of the Dino Megazord. So the $20 price ticket for each one of these, understandable. That's a lot of plastic. But am I happy about paying that much? Honestly, the way I look at it is, this originally cost $29.95. This cost $80. These guys all together cost me almost $100 to get the whole set. Honestly, price-wise, no, not really. I'm not happy with it. But it does beat the McDonald's special. I mean, just comparison to, yeah. Yeah, this guy is gonna be huge. And I haven't even got to the T-Rex yet.
T-Rex?
Mm-hmm.
You said you've got a T-Rex?
Uh-huh. Say again. We have a T-Rex.
Alright, time for the big boy. The T-Rex. The Tyrannosaurus. The Lizard King.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Lizard King. Thank you very much.
Exact same information. Tyrannosaurus to Megazord. Collect all 5 pieces. Show where he fits in the combination. Same story. QR code. Yada yada yada. Ho 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 ho. Right, so got him out of the packaging. Honestly, he looks actually not bad. Let's see here. No, I just feel like it's cool. Yep, you can adjust the hips. Good. So very tight on the joints. That's fantastic. So you can really get them to do some decent poses. Not bad. Arms are just molded to that little spot. No really arm articulation. Tail's one solid piece. And they did include the blaster sticker. That's lame. Lame. All around, it's not a bad looking T-Rex. Let's go ahead and do a quick size comparison. Let me just transform this guy real fast. So yeah. Very big. They're the eyes black. Black eyes. Not a bad looking T-Rex, honestly. Pretty decently sized. Yep, let's go ahead. bring in the rest of his team. And let's see how these guys go up to each other. Look fantastic together. Honestly, they look fantastic together. Fantastic set. You know, a quick set. But let's go ahead and grab one more thing real fast. Megazord. So if you ever... So actually... Now that's actually not bad. If you ever want a T-Rex to scale up with a Legacy... a Dragonzord... Well, not a bad scaling. And you know what? Honestly, not a bad Zord. Honestly, not bad. All around, not a bad set. Period. Kind of gimmick heavy, but honestly, that's fine. It spices up the collection. Spices it up a little bit. But let's get down to business, shall we? But beforehand, Rexy. Alright, she actually scales up to quite nicely with the John Hammond collection Rex. So honestly, that's not bad. Gives me some ideas for the future, actually. Alright, so with that said, let's go ahead and make the let's go ahead and transform these bad boys, shall we? Tank mode first. Start with the T-Rex. Lower the legs down. There is a little... So you can get the legs in. There is a latch that locks it in place. There's a little pressure point right here to loosen that up so you can spread the legs. So hey, not bad. Alright, he's all ready to go in. So, take the first peg. Screw it up. Boom. So there's a little latch right here that helps loosen these up. So when you're ready to separate, little latch to pull up. Very nice, very convenient. Boom, boom. Quick and easy. Shield. So nice couple strong peg clips. So we can wrap right around, peg them in place, peg them in place, peg them in place. Loosen that up a little bit so we can have a little room to play with. Blaster, blaster. And last but not least, Pterodactyl just pegs right here. That's right on back. Woo boy! Now this guy is huge. I said this before, but I'll say it again. He's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be big! Is it gonna be today? Brady, get...
Comparison. Yeah! There was no size comparison. This guy is monstrously big. It literally dwarfs the 2010 Megazord in a heartbeat. But with that said, all the gimmick blasters can still be fired off. And you can adjust, so hey, there you go. Gimmicky. Alright, so let's go ahead and move this guy into Megazord mode. I mean, honestly, one quick spin around just to show how beautiful, how big this son of gun is. It is huge. Alright, Megazord time. So back of Zord does have a couple of little spots so you can actually really secure the Pterodactyl pieces in. That's very nice, convenient, giving us at least 2 peg holes this time. So these pieces ain't going to fly off. So the head just plops right nicely in. Not bad. Okay, arms up. Oh lordy!
Mother of God.
It's a huge one. She's huge.
That's a huge bitch.
You know, I knew this was gonna be big, but gimmicky, it is very gimmicky, very huge, but very fantastic. Do I regret buying this guy? Hell no. Do I have an idea where I'm going to put this guy? Hell no. Let's go ahead and bring in the other Megazords we've been sampling. So, that makes this look so much smaller. Walmart Special and 2010. I mean, honestly, it literally dwarfs all these Megazords. You know what? I might have to break out something a little bit bigger, guys.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I literally had to break out the Astro Megazord for a size comparison. This guy, he's almost standing shoulder to shoulder to this bloody thing, and this guy is huge. But honestly, not a bad looking figure though, honestly. Very nice. Posability, 360 in the arms. Little bit of elbow. Little bit of knee. Little bit of knee joint. So we can have at least a little play in the knee joint. No rotation in the head, no hips. It's 100% a brick. So, you know, I'm going to zoom out and get my final thoughts on this guy. I really want to like this guy, honestly. I really do. It's really fun gimmicks. It's got Got a bunch of fun little things going with it. It's got missiles, cannons, golf, little bit of posability. But you know, but for the price, for this guy, I would maybe a little bit of electronics would have been nice. You know what they did with the Voltron figure. But all around, I want to say I like him. It's a great looking figure, but honestly, I would wait until you find him on deals, clearance racks. But granted, I heard they ain't doing the Dragonzord to go with this guy. We're going straight to Thunder Megazord in the re-edition line, so is he worth picking up? Honestly, I have a soft side for the Dino Megazord. I can't lie. But it's not bad, honestly. Feels kind of cheap though, and that's what I really don't like about it, but I understand this is made for kids, and you know what? I could see kids having a blast with this guy. Because you know what, in the end, the toys. The toys, you're here to have fun with them. So, with that said, this has been Masked Ninja, signing off until next time. And just remember guys, just have fun. Peace!